hello, we're back. Welcome back to the stream. Now we are in the FENIX A320 with the sharklets. Right, and I'm wondering... I mean, it is a bit bright outside, although, I mean, the rest looks okay. The clouds look okay. Now let me see if I can do brightness. Dim down the exposure just a tad. Ah, that looks a bit better. Hello to Fuzzle, how are you? And Holger, moin. Axel, hello. Manflex SRS, hello to you as well. Delta Tango, nice to see you. Drewster, hello to you, nice to see you. Thank you much, Ghost, for joining the other flight. Much appreciated. Right, so, contrary to my announcement earlier, I have decided to go and use just TAA and frame generation. I've had too many crashed desktops already with the DLSS4 that I am a little bit weary. Just worried that that these new drivers, or the new driver is causing issues. And I just don't want to waste so much time you know, having to reset everything over and over again. Now let me have a look. Moby flight. Where's my Moby flight? Moby flight. There it is. File. Open. We want to run FENIX. Open. Okay. Winning. Assign. Okay. Run. And there we are. Cool. So exciting. Yeah, so Drewsters, I'm sure DLSS is running correctly because I had I did what they showed in the tutorial videos, and I had that active, and it did show the 3.10 or whatever it was. So yeah, DLSS, I did change all the things that they told me to change. But like I've heard from many others, a lot of people are running into issues. Guys, how do I, Mark, maybe Mark knows or anybody else knows, how do I, without having to restart Volanta, how do I get a new flight plan in that I have just created? I am now on VATSIM. Marco! Yeah, Mark. Oh, that was a close call. But Mark, if I restart Volanta, then it will be able. It'll just tell me.
Christchurch traffic, KB 116, taxiing.
Let me restart that.
Alpha to active runway 20, holding short of runway 20.
Lovely. He's got a lovely Australian or New Zealand accent. Love that.
Right, Christchurch traffic.
All right. Anyways, I have restarted Volanta. Add a flight plan. There we go. Now we have it. Cool. And now we are good to go. Excellent. So let's tap that to get that in from 25 minutes to go. Fantastic. There's no ATC here. So that's the routing. The weather is 200 at 6. We have 1015, 15 degrees. Lovely, lovely weather. And so for Queenstown, we have 160 at 14. And that's nice as well. Cool. So let's do mass and balance. Load aircraft, GSX, boarding, and refueling. Let's try that.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Uzila, hello to you.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay, thanks, Luca. Thank you much. Hey, Delta Tango, that's a good call. Yeah, make sure to hit that like button. That always helps with the algorithms. All right, so let's see. Lol, that sound. If you click on your plane, okay, so on the plane symbol. Okay, cool. Thank you much.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
So many things happening. All right, let's do AOC menu, flight init request. What was the Air New Zealand call sign? Is it Air New Zealand? It's just New Zealand. Yeah, just New Zealand. Yeah, yeah. It's Alpha November Zulu. I know that. It's just the question is regarding the it's Alpha November Zulu. The call sign. How you call that over the interphone, the frequency. Right. So we're boarding.
Passengers boarding starting.
Call sign New Zealand. Thank you much, MAN. MAN, are you flying along? Or are you still setting up your simulator and your PC? Thank you much, MAN. Lovely to hear you then on the frequency. To your right.
Always use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Embraer? Oh, left. Okay, so this one. That's you then. Fantastic. I was getting worried there, though, huh? Since when is he flying Embraer? Settings. So I'm not sure what you mean. The graphic settings. So right now, I'm just too afraid to use DLSS. I messed about with this this afternoon. Yeah, so DLSS, including frame generation, does give some good FPS. The problem is, though, I've had too many crashed desktops already. So I'm going to go back to TAA with frame generation and then VSync. Oh, it doesn't... Oh, you can't... Yeah, that's the thing. That's the... I don't know why you can't use VSync here when you use frame generation. I don't know why. Some limitation somewhere. Right, fueling, that's good. That's nice. We are expecting a total value of 5.8 roundabout. Has he finished fueling?
Crashes traffic.
He's finished fueling. Oi! You have not fueled the right amount. Crying out loud.
Crashes traffic. This is Kiwi 116 Heavy. Turning onto runway 20. We'll be rolling straight away for departure to Queenstown. I am going via the ATSAT waypoint, and then from ATSAT I am going direct to Queenstown. We'll be maintaining about 25,000 feet. Crashes traffic.
What's the opinion on the EASA? Yeah, so Flying Paul, I got the message as well regarding regulations forbidding fuel tankering. It's going to be difficult. I think tankering doesn't always happen because of, you know, economical reasons. It sometimes happens because of weather situations. It sometimes happens because of supply problems at some airports.
Rolling on runway 20.
So that's always a, you know. But in general, obviously there are certain situations where I wasn't always liking the fact that I'm taking on extra weight, which causes higher fuel burn, just to save, you know, $150 in operational costs. Right. So I think in the end, if you are thinking about saving CO2 and you know, if you think about the environment, I think EASA does have a valid point. Now the question is though, what happens, for example, to Emirates aircraft? I mean, I don't know the exact values, I don't have proof, but looking at some flights where they fly from Dubai to Manchester, they do 3 approaches there, go around, then fly to Heathrow, do an hour holding, and then land.
Traffic,
Surely they do tankering,
airborne and clear of the runway.
You know, in a huge fashion, right? So the question is, how does that affect these aircraft that come from, you know, from the UAE or, you know, outside of Europe? Hey, ATC Suite, greetings to Gothenburg. Right, we're cruising at 240. It's a short flight, 240, and temperature is minus 29. Right, it's the boarding. Now, how do I get the fuel into the tanks again? MCU? Is it config? No. Oh yeah, config fuel. That was 5.8, wasn't it? 5.8, yeah. There we go. Now we have the right fuel value. Hey, Hilo, Shalom. How you doing? Hey, Carbon Bell. Greetings to Halifax. Chilly but sunny. Nice. So we're planning zero fuel weight of around about 57.9. 57.9. Fuel, block fuel 5.8. And the alternate fuel is 1.6. So the alternate is actually Christchurch again. So if anything goes wrong, we come back here. So let's have a quick look here at the weather again. So departure update. So it's 200 at 6. So let's look at Navigraph. Oh, hold on. Let me just log in. Go. So let's go daytime. Hello. So ground charts. Here we are. So yeah, runway 20 obviously. 20. Will this thing run on flying oil? Well, apparently some aircraft do. So some aircraft are able. Departure, ATSAT. ATSAT departure. That's a problem here, isn't it? ATSAT, 1 Quebec. Yeah, we'll take the 1 Quebec. There it is. Initial climb, no limitation. There's no ATC, so we're going to go straight up to 240. 240. And departing, transition is 13,000, so we're going to go take off 211 degrees and then to ATSAT, and then we transition from ATSAT to Guput. It says 217 Guput. Hey Yanis, greetings to Crete. Oh really? You're feeling okay? That's an interesting topic, right? So they are evacuating people from Santorini, the island, and so lots of earthquakes there, and of course it is a volcanic area, and you feel that also in Crete or on Crete. Crazy. Now Queenstown. So we have southerly winds, meaning 170 at 14 right now. So what approaches do we have? As always, we have some very interesting approaches into Queenstown. Now we're going to fly a nice RMP approach. So here it says the RMP Zulu AR. So we'll try that, and we're going to come via Elruf. I guess that's going to be 5 Bravo, it says. So let's have a look here. Arrival. This one here. Yeah, so Elruf 5 Bravo RP arrival gets us to Atkill initial approach fix, and then from Atkill we'll start the RP Zulu 23. 40 knots crosswind. Ay. Okay, yeah, it is a bit crosswindy. Yeah, 233. That's definitely going to be a challenging approach then. So nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to fly this approach. It's very scenic approach there. Lovely. You're already sweating. No problem for us, alright? So, Zulu 023.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
So
Twitch channel subscriber
Elruf 5 Bravo, approach
Could new
via
subscribers
Atkill.
please make your way to the first class cabin, where
So let's check the
complimentary
arrival
drinks,
here.
snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Hey, Voyager, wie
Thank
geht's dir?
you.
Moin moin. And Alex, hello to you.
Good
And-
evening, Mr. Blackbox
Hey,
and
hey.
chat.
ATC Bear, good evening to you. Nice to see you. Thank you for the 8 months of support. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Right, I'm just going to go have a look at the arrival, make sure that it is correctly programmed. And what I'll do, I'm going to already check the altitudes. That way I don't have to do that via the arrival or during the flight later on. It's a short flight time, so we might as well do that here. So import flight sim brief. Alright, so so Elruf has no limitations, but Pampu has 150 above. Okay, and then we've got Ekvox at 10,000 above, correct? 10,000 above, correct. Then we've got Atkill also at 10,000 above. Is fine. And then we fly the Zulu approach 23. And there we have 10,000 Atkill, then Quebec November 780, 86 above, correct. Next one is Togox 86 above, correct. Then we have Quebec November 770, 7.5 above, correct. Then we
Welcome
have
aboard the
Atwood,
Captain Black Box YouTube
6-7
channel
above.
subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class
ATC
cabin,
Suite,
where
thank you so much
complimentary
joining
drinks, snacks and premium flight
the membership on
entertainment will be
YouTube.
served. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ATC Suite. Big round of applause. Thank you so much for your support. That's much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yanis asked anybody yesterday at VATSIM Zurich. No. Yeah, Zurich does get very crazy, yeah. Hey, Ted, where are you? Lovely to see you flying along. Are you on VATSIM as well? Stand 28. 20, where's 28? Oh, over there. Okay, so one of these aircraft. Lovely. Ted. Fantastic. Lovely to see you. What happens in Crete? Well, no, in Santorini, they have lots of earthquakes, and they're fearing some sort of volcanic activity there. That's why they're evacuating. No, this is payware, Droosters. That is payware. I had it, got it through Orbix. Orbix? Yeah, I think Orbix or Inibuild. One of those two. And no, Christchurch is Orbix, I think. So, and Queenstown was Inibuilds. Right, let's have a look at Atwood. Then we've got next one, Quebec November 760 at 5.1 above, correct. Then we've got Apexa at 4,200 above, correct. Then Lara 3,300 above, and then Quebec November 745 2,650, and then the ARC and the 3.2 descent all correctly programmed. So we're happy with that. Missed approach 727. Then we go Kabap, Noluf 4,000 above, correct. 732 Rucksack, and then Belpi. Yeah, 878. That's all correctly programmed, so including the missed approach. Fantastic. So good. Database. Init A page, B page. Have they finished boarding yet? I'm a bit confused here. Oh my god. Why are they so slow at boarding? Oh. Hurry up. We've got no time for this. Patience! What's that? Quadrant crash? No, it's still working. It's still boarding. Look. Oh, hello. She's tall. There you go. Hello, hello. Oh, there was in Germany, we had a very emotional, I would say, 4-part series on the Germanwings accident, Germanwings crash, which is now almost 10 years ago. So it will be the 10th anniversary year of that crash. Is it appropriate to say anniversary? It sounds inappropriate to say anniversary in such a terrible accident. So it's been 10 years, and they interviewed many of the families and friends of the of those that passed away on that day, and it's a really well done documentary, and I honestly, it did bring tears to my eyes. It is just so heartbreaking to see so many people being affected. So not only those that lost their lives, but also those families and friends who've lost relatives there.
Welcome on board.
Absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, Memorial Day. It's like the 10th. How would you say that correctly?
Welcome on board.
MAN, it was on, I saw that on a, was it ARD Mediatek? Let me just check.
Hello?
Hello. With that accent. I'm gonna try find it. Here we go.
Hello?
Yeah, it's in the ARD Mediatek. So it's in German. I mean, here's. It's called.
I see your boarding pass, sir.
Yeah, if you search at the ARD Mediatek and just type in Der Germanwings-Absturz. It's for it's for 4 parts. It's a series. Yeah, thanks, Jiland. Yeah, thank you. That's it. It could be, yeah. You may have to use VPN. Yeah, it could be locked outside of Germany. Yeah. But again, the thing is that, to me, it again.
May I see your boarding pass, please?
Kind of, highlighted the fact again at the amount of responsibility that anyone involved in aviation, not just pilots, but anyone involved in aviation, they carry a huge amount of responsibility, right?
Hello?
And thank you much, Mark. So it's again, it's just heartbreaking to see how this unfolded and how it happened, and how someone who's obviously extremely ill, who was extremely ill, had extreme mental disorder, and even though they had experts explaining the background regarding such an illness, I still cannot comprehend. I can't comprehend how anyone is able to do such a thing. And so yeah, I think the only way really to try to get to grips with such a thing is it's just a mental disorder in a magnitude. And of course, there were obviously people saying, that pilot should never have been allowed to fly on that day. And this is where the whole thing just becomes kind of very complicated, the whole discussion regarding mental illnesses. Because just throwing some numbers out there, what I've heard is that if you ask someone, a doctor, they will tell you that pretty much 50%, so literally half of, or every second person worldwide, at some point in their life will go through a depression or depressive episode, right? So you obviously can't simply ground people and ground pilots and have mechanics not work on aircraft, etc. Because they have a depressive episode that is curable, right? So anyone is allowed to have and undergo a treatment, professional treatment, to get that fixed, right? But it is an extremely, extremely complicated and difficult topic, especially for the doctors, and also then I can only talk about the pilot point of view. So here we pilots are required to seek help, right? If we feel that we're getting into depressive phase, we need to get professional help. Now, that is, that's the responsibility that we
This way,
pilots
please.
have. However, here's the issue. You have to have a atmosphere. You have to have a program. You have to have something in force that protects you, right, during that period. That would then give you the opportunity
Hello.
to undergo that that treatment, and then afterwards, if all the doctors involved give you the okay again to go back flying, then that's it. Now the danger is, now I don't know, I don't have any numbers, I don't have any facts behind that, but I can only see the danger of having a system in force that is being looked at critically by pilots,
Good morning.
and then they are afraid of actually reporting a depression or depressive phase, and then undergoing treatment.
Hello.
Yeah, so ATC Suite, that's actually a good point. So one of the big discussions of that series, of that 4-part series, was there were some of the family members that are requiring or requesting
Welcome on board.
that doctors be relieved of their doctors' confidentiality. How do you pronounce that? Confidentially?
Hello.
Yeah, confidentially. So in these extreme cases, so that's the argument, in extreme cases where doctors see a danger for other people, be it in aviation, on trains or whatever, any transportation means, buses. So anyone that has that, works in mass transportation, that the pilots or the doctors would then be relieved of that confidentiality. Confidentiality. God, what a word. Good enough, yeah. So, yeah, and the thing is, though, that there was another expert. I'm not sure if it was a politician or what his stand was, but he said that he's against that. He's against that because obviously he does see the problem that then maybe pilots will be afraid to seek help. I haven't put in the performance yet. Yeah, taboo tema. Again, especially if you are worried about losing jobs or being, losing your license, medical license, etc. Yes, the SID is the ATSAT 1 Quebec. And the arrival is the Elruf 5 Bravo. And we're flying the RMP Zulu 23. Yeah, Gilend, exactly that. Again, you're opening a can of worms where you do not know exactly where to begin and where to stop, right? So that's the problem. But I mean, the question is, how do you prevent such an accident or such a tragedy in the future? That is the thing that the experts will have to work out, right? Now, one good point was, so here's one thing. Pilots have the option to get themselves insurance. So there are loss of license insurances, and the problem with that is they are extremely expensive. Well, let's say very expensive, right? So if you are someone who has, you know, 100,000, 150,000 euro debt on their hands, trying to pay off that debt at the same time, you have some companies, some airlines paying, you know, not the best wages, then yeah, maybe those pilots will opt not to have that insurance. So one of the ideas was that companies should be required to to have those insurances for their pilots, right? So they pay for those insurances. And I think that was actually a good idea. Yeah, I agree, Mark. These are statistically very, very rare. However, we're talking about, you know, we're discussing the option, or the topic. Is it preventable? And that was the whole thing. I'm not saying it is preventable. I'm just saying the discussion raised mainly in that documentary was, how is that preventable? Is it preventable, and how would it be preventable in the future? So that's the difficult topic. Right. So I'm just looking at Christchurch. We've got MTP2, 1130, and the engine out, 1700, 196, 20 miles. There we go. The thing is, so ATC Bear, I think I can say that personally, I was lucky enough not to go through a bad, depressive period in my life. I think I'm just lucky to have an environment and people around me that have helped me prevent that from happening. But the thing is that at what point or how bad does it have to get before you seek professional help? So if you lower the threshold, so lower the fear threshold for people to go to see a professional, to seek professional help, then that would definitely be a good thing, right? You flew to Oslo today, just landed, never had such unstable winds. Is that an X-Plane 12? Yeah, it again, that's one of my criticisms of the X-Plane 12. It is, it is a bit chaotic. Right, I think we've got everything, right? Let's have a look. So, briefing. So we are going to push back facing northeast. Taxi out will be via Alpha, full length 20. No hotspots, departing at set 1 Quebec, climbing straight up to 24,000 feet. MSA 5,300. I don't see any bigger threats. And right now we have an extra. Also is Christchurch again, and we have an extra of about 25 minutes, which should be good for a second approach. Departing with a weight of 57.8 plus, that's about 64 tons. Yeah, 63.4. So we have calculated flap 1 takeoff down 0.2 and the speeds 43, 45, 46, transition 13,000, all correct. Fantastic. Good. Having said that, let's go have a look at the checklist. A320 normal. Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity is 5,780 kilograms. And we are balanced with that. Then we've got seat belts on, ADIRS, nav. Bow ref is one. Oh, hang on. 1015. Is that 1015? Is that correct? 1014. Okay. Hang on. $1015 currently it says. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 10. Thanks, Amen. 1015. Oh, hang on. Brake fans, save, controls, we don't want that, we want rudder dampening, that, save, call outs, 2,500, save, airline, that's what I wanted. We want to have not LDAF, and nav and go around, automatic switching, that's fine. So, where's my Barrow stuff? Linked. There we go. Found it. Thank you. Right. Cool. Now, let's have a look. How do we get doors? Is there a way to get doors to flight here? Forgot how to do that here. I guess what we do is get the beacon on. Before start checklist, parking brake is set. We have takeoff speeds thrust 143, 145, 146, flight 67.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Windows, doors. So that closed. That should be closed in a minute as well. Beacon is on, and that's the before start checklist completed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah, David, I know that's the thing, right? If someone is hiding it, you know, and you know, I agree that the person involved carries the responsibility, the main responsibility of seeking professional help. If it gets to a point where where it gets so bad that you feel you need the help, or if someone close by tells you, "Hey, man, you've got to get some help," right? The thing is, though, that what shouldn't be an issue is a thought where, I would love to get help, but I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my medical license, right? And lose the income, etc., etc. So that's something where then the authorities or the airlines, have to be taken the responsibility as well of making sure that that person will not lose his or her job and gets the help that that they need. But again, I found that documentary very well done. The only thing I was interested to see how they would approach the airline regarding responsibility, because there was a lot of criticism in the newspapers whenever there was a report. Continue pushback. Nose facing northeast on Alpha. There we go.
Release parking brakes, please.
ATC suite, that's perfectly fine.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Yeah,
Start at will.
you fly whatever aircraft you want to fly and enjoy it. I mean, you know. And whatever flight sim you want to fly, right? There we go. Now we got doors into flight. Fantastic. Right, let's do engine start. So we have good pressure. Oh, what was that? Hang on. Oh. So I just have to do one thing very quickly. I have a feeling that, I don't know why it reset that controller again. No, that's correct. No. Lol, why is that? We had that in the FS Labs as well. Engine 2 start fault. What? Engine 2 ignition fault, engine 2 master off. Lol. Right, so engine 2 start, ignition fault, in-up system, spoiler 3, cat 3 dual. I think that's different. Now, what we could do is just try again. Although, normally what we would do in this case, now I'm not going to go through all the procedure, what we could do is do a manual start. That way it will use both igniters. Now we have to do the following. So we open the start valve, so the engine is already rotating. Now we're going to wait until we have about 22-23%. Now, just like on the 737, we put the fuel control to run, and then we have ignition A and B. So that's a good idea to do a manual engine start.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine
And now
start.
we have light up. Oh, you ATC suite? Are you really? Man, you know what? We've probably talked IRL over the over ATC then. I mean, I've been to Gothenburg so many times. So how cool will that be, right? Right, so then we gotta go put this back to off. And let's try automatic. What? Oh no, something's wrong. Engine 2 fail now. Right, this is getting serious. Right, I'm gonna go through that. Hang on. Lol. Is that a bug? There's no failed systems. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah. Okay. I know what it is. some button somewhere is forcing the fuel control to go off. It's one of those annoying things on the Bravo throttle quadrant. Is it fuel? Right, then let's do by input. Alex, yeah. Hang on. I'm going to try and find it here. Ah, there we go. Engine auto stop. See, that's the problem. I knew it. I knew it. Bravo throttle quadrant. Right. So, we're going to ignore all of that. Disregard, disregard. And then we'll try again. Now we have IAE engines, so we are going to have a bit of motoring. That is completely normal.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Here's fuel flow, ignition. You have an issue with them when you start the game and get into plane. My stick keeps resetting the default profile. Yes, FR Wave, I have the same problem with the reverse. I think I can only set thrust decrease. And then it'll put it to max reverse. Right, good start. Let's start engine 1. Oh, actually, I should put the other way around now. We have engine 1 first these days. And then 2. Keep forgetting.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Taking her from runway 20 to the south in Christchurch.
Yeah, have a good flight. Yeah, I mean, there's always something, isn't there? Always something.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Hey Nick, nice to see
Could
you.
new subscribers please make your way to the
speakers.
first class cabin, where
Right, there's a
complimentary
pin.
drinks,
Thank you
snacks
much.
and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
See you next time. It's many months. Nick, I hope you're doing well. How's life? How's work? Nice to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. Right, there we go. Hooray, hooray. That does not work here. Right, so that, flaps 1. Flight controls, full up, full down. Neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, rudder. Hello? Hello, hello. Rudder, flight control surfaces. Nope, not primary. Have I not set my axis yet? Test, 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 test. Okay. And then we have brakes. Brake. Right brake axes. Left brake axes. Right, full left, full right. Fantastic. After start, anti-ice off, ecam status checked, pitch trim down 0.2 and rotor trim neutral, and that's the after start check is complete. Christchurch traffic from Air New Zealand 71 Bravo taxiing via Alpha runway 20 in Christchurch. Right, brake check.
Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 693 pushing back from 1027 after the A320 pass.
Sorry for the delay. God. Nick says life is good, work is good, everything's good. Hey, nice, Nick. That's good to hear. Very good to hear. Now I know you have a very interesting job, so also happy to hear that it's working nicely.
Welcome aboard the
Hey,
Captain
and
Black Box
another
Twitch channel
VIP coming
subscriber
in. Adrico, buenas
Can new
noches.
subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Adrico, how
In and
are
out
you?
to say hola. BB711 beloved.
Hola, hola. How is your life, Adrico? How is work? And next question, are you still able to do lots of cycling? Lots of questions. Yeah, I'm a Profis. Always good. And Sim Caesar, another VIP coming in the house.
Captain Black Box Twitch
Sim
channel
Caesar,
subscriber
nice to see you.
experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks
That
and
is a bit
premium
bumpy here on
flight
taxiway.
entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Christchurch traffic.
Okay, I will join the resub party. Hello, Black Box and
And there's
friends.
Ted on the frequency.
BB711 beloved.
Sim Caesar, thank you so much for the 72. I hope you're doing well. Greetings to you and your family. And I've not forgotten you. We will do a shared flight soon. Nikotiv also working on his thesis, promotion right. Oh, a book as well. Jeez, wow. You're going up the career ladder. My God. Yeah, Nick, all the best wishes for that, man. And after Mika, we've been working a lot. Sleep, work, ride my bike, and eat. That's all. Well, as long as you do some bike riding, I think all is good, right? All is good. Lovely to see you all here. Means a lot to me. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, let's go flying. Let's do the lineup checklist. Actually, no, taxi checklist first of all. Flight controls check, flap setting, config 1+F. We have radar, PWS is on and auto. Engine mode set normal. And economy with takeoff, no blue. Taxi check is complete. And the lineup checklist, takeoff runway, we have 20 full length. TCAS, TARA, and PAX 1 and 2 on. And that's the lineup checks completed. Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 71 Bravo, lining up departing runway 20 in Christchurch. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There we go. That goes on. What rating do you give in what regard? It's always difficult. I mean, it's, you know, it's one of the best sims out there, right? So how would you rate it? I would just say, you know, enjoy it. If you have it, enjoy it. How braking performance? Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Right, let's go. Takeoff. Unflex 67 SRS runway.
Traffic, New Zealand 693 taxiing by Alpha runway.
Thrust set.
20.
100 knots. Lord, that runway is really uneven. Rotate. Hey, Sim Caesar. Looking forward to maybe a face cam in later this year.
Traffic, New Zealand.
Thrust climb. Out blue, a lot of thrust.
Runway 20. New Zealand traffic.
It never gets old. I know, right? I have to say, clouds look okay today. I wasn't happy last time, and some of the ground textures are a bit dull. It looks right. Flap 0, speed check. Flap 0. And then, let's go autopilot 1. So the joystick, so it's made of two parts. So the bottom, which you can't really see, is the Warthog Thrustmaster base. And normally you would have the Warthog, either the F-18 stick or the F-16 stick on top of that. Now I have the FS Project A320 Captain Edition stick. So FS Projects.
Christchurch traffic, NZCH 693 lining up runway 20.
But the base is from Thrustmaster. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Negative. What? Hold on. And you've even found a girl that I've been dating now for 3 weeks. Hey, GG's. Mark says you can forget all that work stuff now, lol. Hey, that's good to hear, Nick. I'm very happy for you. Very happy to hear. Yeah, and negative, I mean, I know even though you're not just simming at the moment, but I have gone all out on DCS, so I have now the Moser force feedback stick for the F-18 and the Apache. I have F-18 cockpit, you know, the 3 displays, the UFC, etc. I'll make some videos at some point, but yeah, I've gone all out. Oh, nice. So ATC Suite, let me know how it goes with VATSIM controlling. Would you consider flash? Yes, of course, ATC Suite. Yeah, but that'd be on that would be an X-plane. Because I'm not really fond of the Microsoft.
The Christchurch traffic, and New Zealand 693 taking off runway 20.
Is it your controls or something? Hey, Turk in the US, how do you feel about the... It's a mixed bag for me still. So... today, up to now, I'm happy. This afternoon, I had another complete freeze of the sim, crashed the desktop. But that may be related to the latest NVIDIA driver with the DLSS 4, so that could be a problem. The problem is that the new graphics cards, the 50 series, and then DLSS 4, so the new driver, it was all rushed. It was not tested thoroughly, so if you go and use it, very likely you're going to run into problems. Oh really, Nick? You miss DCS? Okay. Right, here comes transition. Set standard. Standard set. Hey Aaron, are we ever close to stall in the real Airbus Boeing? Yeah, so, I mean, on the 747, I had a extreme wind shear situation overhead the Pyrenees Mountains a long time ago, but we had a very quickly changing, 50, 60 knots tailwind to a 50, 60 knot headwind, and then back again 60 knot tailwind. And the aircraft went into low speed, and we actually got a stick shaker. So yes, so strictly speaking, we flew the stall procedure. So yes, indeed, in the real aircraft, I had not a full stall. So it's not a full stall. It's just a stall warning, where you reach, for short periods of time, you reach the maximum angle of attack, and you get the stick shaker warning. But since we did the procedure, lower the nose, unload the aircraft, and then pick up speed again, we didn't completely stall the aircraft, right? That's why you have these, that's why you train for these situations. Okay, so Sapphire Wave says, thank you much, Sapphire Wave, for the information. He says Microsoft in the live stream just now stated that DLSS 4 is officially then be compatible in SU2. Okay, fantastic. Thank you much for that info. Yeah. And then ground textures will be fixed also later then with the update. Okay, thanks Lilo as well. Thanks for the information. Yeah, so I have to admit, I'm using NVIDIA game filters right now to change shaders, so the colors, contrast, sharpening, etc., etc. So this is not vanilla Microsoft at the moment. Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say scary. It's just something you have to respond to correctly and quickly. And understanding, aerodynamics to a point where you know that a stall can happen at any airspeed. Right, it's a matter of angle of attack. So exceeding the maximum angle of attack can cause the aircraft or an airframe to stall, and then unloading the G load can quickly get you out of that situation. But it was definitely an interesting experience. Yeah. So there was a change of procedure after that incident we had. So prior to that, it was regarding overspeed. You would just let the auto thrust try to regain that, and then in the A320 or in the Airbus, you have the protection where it pulls up the nose a little bit to prevent the airspeed going deeper into overspeed. Oh my god. Oh no. Matrix E. So negative. This is a combination where I go running away. So, formulas is one thing, but Matrix, that is no good. I hated Matrix stuff. Man. What was the worst thing to happen to you on a flight? I don't know. I mean, the worst thing. I mean, I've had severe wind shear on approach, where you had the feeling the aircraft was just falling out of the sky. That was scary. I'm not going to lie. That was scary. That is something you practice in a simulator, but in a simulator you don't have the G loads. So to actually feel the G loads IRL, an aircraft that is really getting into a severe wind shear, a downward wind shear, and then you recover and you're trying to climb, and everything just shakes, and you have, the flight warning computer shouting at you, wind shear, wind shear. Yeah, that was one of the worst situations, really, that I've been in. Apart from that, so you have to understand that anything regarding systems, so even engine failure, flap failure, gear failure, hydraulic failure, you practice those things over and over and over and over. So you always have procedures, either with or without memory actions. So you always know what to do. You practice that over and over. Now, wind shear, a true wind shear that was not called on and you would not really know prior. You only had a gut feeling that something's not right. We were about 1,500 feet above the ground at that point after we go. Yeah, so, you know, and I think that's sort of really the scary part after Vico. It's if you are low to the ground and you feel that the aircraft is just falling out of the sky. And that is, you know, you don't have much time. That's the scary part, I think, and that's really yeah, and normally if you have a thunderstorm where you could have wind shear potentially because of the air just falling out of the cloud and the way a thunderstorm works, you can avoid. You can go fly holding pattern, wait for the storm to pass, and then do the approach, right? But you know, you try to land at an airport, and there's a lot of crosswind at, let's say, 2,500 feet, and on the ground, it's pretty much wind still. You know, at some point, you could potentially have some sort of wind shear. So you prepare for that. Maybe do a config 3 landing. Maybe add a bit of approach speed, whatever, right? There's different things you can do. But then suddenly, from 1 second to the next, just have everything, you know, just like you unplug the weather, right? So, you know, whoop, no more weather, right? No more wind, no more weather, have fun, right? It just felt that way. And you know, you practice TCAS resolution advisories in the simulator, no big deal, right? Try a resolution advisory in the real aircraft. Trust me, that is impressive. And that does get you scared, right? So it's always a matter of, you know, being in a simulator and doing it in real life. Aaron, I think at the moment there are, of course, some very tragic accidents that happened. I think looking year over year, and you know, I truly hope that there will be no more accidents this year, then you will still find that year over year the accident rates are still extremely low. All right, so I think it's always a bit of perception regarding the media attention, and right now everything's being covered, right? Oh, and one more thing. One thing I did want to address again. Isn't it absolutely mind-boggling these days that literally every crash you see and every accident you see these days is filmed? So not only the static aircraft, so the static cameras you have at the airport somewhere or near the airports, there's literally someone somewhere always filming. And that struck me with the last couple of accidents. I don't think it's cool, to be honest, Aaron. I don't think it's cool. I think that's actually pretty bad. Because imagine what it does to the people that are losing loved ones in those accidents. So to me, I you know, while it may help determining, you know, causes of accidents, I think in the end I would rather not see that being filmed and not see that being published. But you can't prevent that from being published. That is impossible these days. So I personally think it's not a good thing. Yeah. No, Nicolas, no, he's studying. He's at university. He was at university and he was studying, and so that's for his thesis right now. That's not ATPL stuff. No, I would never have gotten my ATPL license if that was ATPL stuff. No, you don't have to learn aerospace engineering to become a pilot, thank God. Yeah, that would be too much for me. So let's have a look. Let's check the latest weather. There's no ATC. So my flights, weather, arrival. Let's update that. So we have 2130, that's correct. So still 170.14, so some crosswind. We have 15 degrees and 1015. So we'll do 140 transition, and we're going to do a config full because we have a steep approach. So 3.2 degrees and a very short runway, so definitely a good idea to go flat full for landing. So 23 dry, apply the METAR, landing weight. Landing weight is going to be 60, let's put 61.8. 61.8. Auto brake medium. Max reverse, flat full. Although that does not have an effect anyway, so flat full, auto thrust off. So we need about 1700 meters and we have 1900. So about 300 meters buffer, and vacate via Alpha 4, the first high speed to the ramp. Fantastic, cool. We've already checked the approach, so the minimum is going to be RMP 0.3 2720. 2720. RATNAV was RMP approach. We don't need to set anything, but I think there's a VOR there somewhere, isn't there? Yeah, VOR. And we'll put in 13.6 Quebec November. Yeah, it is. Alex, where are you? Are you not flying along? What happened? So there we go, that's the VOR. Hey, Arthur, it was nice. Thanks for checking in, Arthur. Wishing you and your family all the best. Maybe we find time to talk at some point again. Muchas gracias. Yeah, ATC Bear, Mark has just pointed a link to a video that I made. That's 3 years ago, lol. Thank you, Mark, for the link. Legend. Oh, no sim for you. Are you home late? Okay, no worries, no worries. Right, so let's do the following. We're going to start descend soon, so initially we'll descend down to 150. So So 150, we have to send out loop 150. Yeah, David, I mean, there's still work to be done regarding Microsoft 2024, right? Oh, quite some wing flex there. No doubt. So medium auto brake, minimum is in, and what's the clacking sound I hear all the time? You hear that? What is that? Loose flat. That's driving me bonkers. I hate it when there's a sound you can't pinpoint. There's probably some bound button somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Are we on real time? 21:57. Yeah, we are. Hey, Axel, no worries. Take care. Oh, get well, Axel. Gute Besserung. Get well again. Sorry to hear that you're feeling ill. Check Denver on flight radar. Oh no, what's happening in Denver?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
Hey,
channel
V-Chris, another VIP.
experience.
V-Chris.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Okay, so what's happening in Denver then? There's lots of traffic, but that's normal, isn't it? Oh, outbound. Lol. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so there's a little bit of traffic outbound. Jesus. Oh my god. Worse than cross the pond. Hey V Chris, thank you so much for the 91 months as well. Good God. Chris, we're getting old. Chris, I hope you're doing well. Oh, is it really? Hang on. Legend. Sapphire Wave. How did you... So that's a bug then. It is. It was that but yeah, it is. Oh, thank God for that. You're my hero, Sapphire Wave. Oh, it was driving me nuts. It really was. And Falk as well. Okay, Falk as well. Falk, thank you so much. Yeah. I guess there's something, some mismatch then with the wind wing. Well, that definitely then is good for single engine taxi out, isn't it? If you have these kinds of cues there. Right. Pan-proof, 150 above is no problem. And then we've got next egg box. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go going to assume we're cleared down to 10,000 feet for now. So 10,000 it is, and the altimeter 1015 is... Yeah, why does that not matched yet? 1015. Didn't I say I want that synced? Sim settings. EFIS Barra control linked. Save. Didn't I save that? So far, so good. Yeah, that clicking sound, I could not pinpoint that at all. He flanks Fox VATSIM, how are you doing? Right, so are we going to break out the clouds soon? Love to see some of the terrain down below. So progress is still a bit slow in Microsoft 2024, but I mean, I'll keep trying. I'll keep watching the progress, and then again, from time to time, trying to make a flight here and there. So that's done. All right, let's read the approach checklist. Barber Ref 1015. Set seatbelts on. Minimum Barrow 2720 feet. Archer brake medium. And the engine mode selector is normal. That's the approach checklist complete. We have plus 7 degrees. Going to go into clouds. Engine anti-ice on. Using a tiny screwdriver. Yeah, it's only the it's only that switch in the middle there that's causing issue. Yeah, so I should maybe try restart mobile flight, but I don't want to risk anything, you know, that could potentially crash the sim. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. So my experience regarding DLSS4 is that so with the 4000 series graphics card, so I have the 4090, DLSS on its own with quality setup doesn't really increase FPS much. So it's only a combination of DLSS plus frame generation. Obviously that then at your monitor will give you lot higher FPS. The downside is it does cause some blurriness. It's a little bit lag on the displays, especially in an altimeter setting. So you can just see that it's still not optimized. And somebody was saying that here in Microsoft it will be officially available in SU2. Whenever that is a risk-free stream, yeah. Right, I'm going to start slowing down here because we're get some energy out of the aircraft. Thrust idle. Look at that. Here comes the terrain. I'm gonna have a good bit of speed brakes here. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 71 Bravo is just past Atkill for the RP Zulu 23 in Queenstown. Good, now I'm going to dial in the final approach altitude, which is here, 3,300. Yeah, 3,300. Descent out magenta, flaps 1. Speed checked, flaps 1. Reduce the speed further. Oh, careful with the... You see, that's a problem. So it's trying to stay on a path, and it would go into overspeed if you're not careful. So we have to trade a bit of altitude there. April, okay, so SU2 is for April. Okay, that'll take some time. But to be fair, I mean, 9 degrees, it was definitely rushed. The whole thing with the GPU. Right, speed brakes in, got to level off here. No, speed brakes out. It's only 7,500. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Still in clouds here. Looking for the breakout of the clouds. Yeah, A350 will be interesting to see how that is that initially only for Microsoft 2020, or are they releasing for both 2020 and 2024? Unfortunately, no cloud surfing. No, we are descending quickly here. I'm really struggling trying to get the speed out, but I think we're good. Speed brakes out. Just waiting for the flaps 2, and once we got config 2, we're fine. There we go, flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2. Now we are better, in better shape here.
Queenstown traffic, Air New Zealand 1 from Tango Player runway 23 in Queenstown.
Nice. Hey, there we go. Now we're slowly breaking out. So we're checking AMP, RMP, and GPS available. Accuracy is high. Fantastic. So that's all good. Speed brakes now coming in. 6-7 output. There we go. Beautiful. No, the problem is in managed mode, sometimes the speed is just programmed inappropriately, so not exactly optimized for such an approach. So that's why I would, you have to go managed for the descent. I mean, you wouldn't have to, you could go step by step descent down, but the final approach segment has to be flown. Although no, even that you could fly in flight path angle. Disregard. Right, let's go here. Slowing down further. Yeah, but the speed, you look at this, so right now it would aim for 203 knots. Right, so you could overwrite that, but honestly, before I start overwriting all of these speed constraint or speed predictions, I'm just going to use selected speed. Hey, Maxi.
Terrain ahead.
Disregard.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Alright, let's just turn that off. Next restriction 4,200. Queenstown traffic. New Zealand 71 Bravo is about 10 miles out. Runway 23 in Queenstown. Really, Gilend? You officially unlearned how to land an Airbus. Sorry for laughing, but that was funny. That's a funny quote. Look at that. Beautiful. Right. Just doing a nice RMP approach in the valley there. And then the airport will be around the corner. So now we're going to go gear down. So it's very important that we reach 3,300 at the final approach point. We inbound to the final approach point, so I'm going to press approach button now. So we have speed final up. And then missed approach was 10,000. Missed approach set, flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3. And then around the corner, we should be seeing the airport any moment now. There's the runway and flaps full, speed check, flaps full. Cabin. That goes off. Let's pretend cabin has called in. Cabin is ready. Oh, there we go. Landing checklist. Equipment landing, no blue. Landing checklist complete. Thank you. Thank you. See you on the ground.
Minimum.
Continue. Manual thrust, manual flight. Nicely on path, 2 red, 2 white. So this is the first time I've landed the FENIX for a very long time, so I'm already noticing that I need a lot less power than normal. I mean, it's a steeper approach than normal, but still very unusual. Check with tailwind at the moment as well, so literally idle power almost. Minus 444. Well, who knows? Who knows? At least I have a good excuse, right? So we're going to have a bit of crosswind from the left. Now comes the wind shift, 140. Speed's a bit high, correcting. So now I'm going to go with the Parpies.
400. 300. 200. 50. 40. 10. 5.
Alright, speed brakes, reverse a green, decel. That's actually not bad. Actually not bad. Yeah, no float. Right, manual brakes. That was a good landing. Lol. What is this? Oh no. What is that? What have I activated which I don't want to have activated? I don't need that. Marco mode. Shall we follow that? Yeah, we'll follow that. Oh yeah, Flying Fox, absolutely. To have that IRL would be good. That would really help. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 71 Bravo, runway 23 vacated. And runway is clear.
Thank you.
Number 3, okay, so let's have a look here. GSX. Number 3. A marshal has been dispatched. That's good to know. That's good to know. Oh, there he is. He's in the building. I love that. A little bit more. And there we go. And I shut off the engines. Okay. And fuel pumps, not to forget. Fuel pumps.
The boarding requested.
Thank you. Nice. The other approach over the yeah, the circling approach 05 is also very nice. Yeah, I agree.
Good night, Black Box.
Good night, Voyager. Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen. Stay safe. Maybe Friday. Yeah, I think the RMP approach, if you manage your speed correctly, the energy, then it's a cool approach, right?
Passengers bus is coming.
So let's watch the other landings here. Oi! That buzz. Mach 2. And it hasn't decided on the color yet.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Yeah, so Nicolas, the TCAS system goes into TA only mode below 800 feet normally. It depends on the system, but normally it's about 800 feet it goes into TA mode, meaning you would hear traffic, so you would get the yellow, the amber symbols, but you don't get the resolution advisory. Right, I think that's MAN landing. Let's have a look. Looking good, looking good. Nice. There he is. GG's. Oh. A bit of directional control problem, but got it back onto the center line. Nice. Yeah, now I know there's a lot of discussion going on right now regarding, you know, visual behind, our own separation.
Queenstown traffic, 60 Bravo, find out for runway 05.
Well, hang on, was that Ted? Oh, that was you, Ted. There we go, that's Ted. MAN is on the approach, it seems. Yeah, so there's a lot of discussion going on about these practices with visual behind and visual on separation, etc. Honestly, I've seen a similar situation in Frankfurt. Not that it was accident, a risk of accident. No, but there is a police helicopter. There are sometimes police helicopters or rescue helicopters.
New Zealand 693 runway is vacated.
Oh, that was it. It was MAN. Okay, so someone reported 05.
Pretty much.
Is Ted coming in 05 then? I'm confused. What's happening? Oh, there he is. Hey, there's Ted. Yeah, so, they get the instruction as well to cross behind a landing traffic. Right? And they, they get called, be aware of wake turbulence. Cleared to cross visually behind, and then they would wait until the aircraft has passed, and then they would cross the center line of the runway in the approach path. And these are practices that have been used for ages and ages and ages, and and nothing happened. So potentially, I think a big issue could be the fact. I mean, Mark is correct saying that it could be due to the fact that it was nighttime and they have city lights, so many lights around towers and around the city that potentially they just couldn't see the CRJ correctly, and then they thought they see the CRJ, but obviously didn't. And so one thing again, let me just demonstrate one thing. So if you're flying, let me just show you that. So if you're flying along, and let's say there's another aircraft that is coming right to left, and it's stationary. For you, visually, it's stationary behind the beam, behind that pillar.
Good night, black
and
box.
that's the nasty thing. Steph, away. Thank you much. Take care. Good night to you. So that's the nasty thing, is that if you are on a collision course, the relative bearing to that intruder, to that traffic, will remain hidden.
3060 Tango Bravo, runway 05 vacate.
So another thing is that if you're flying along, let's say you see a traffic here at this part of your windshield. So let's say here, there's a little mark there. And then it just stays in this part of your windshield. It's just getting bigger. You are on a collision course. The moment that aircraft changes its relative position on your windshield, you're not going to hit it. Right, so again, it's just so nasty that if you're flying along and you have potentially an aircraft you're going to hit, it could be hidden behind a beam. It could be hidden here as well. So very likely, if you look at, if they have a beam on the left-hand side there, then it could be hidden. Now, for the other pilot, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the Sikorsky helicopter. It could be. I mean, Broncolero said that because of the pitch attitude of the helicopter, sometimes they have quite a nose-down pitch attitude. The CRJ may have been hidden above the overhead. Right. Yeah, of course. And he also made a good point that night vision goggles, they have a very limited field of view. Exactly. It's like looking through toilet paper rolls. Yeah, exactly that. That could be another factor, yeah. Seyong, so Lee, no worries. I'll be back on Friday. Same time, same place. So, I think that was it, right? MAN, Ted, and there was, hang on, who else was flying along? Gilend was flying along, but he's already landed ahead of us. So Gilend landed. But I think that was it, right? I think Ted was the last one in, and there's Ted. taxiing in. Nice approach there, Ted. Very nice. Cool, guys. Okay, so I'm happy. I'm happy that we managed to do a full flight without any crash to desktops here in Microsoft 2024. Performance-wise, yeah, it's still not running the best, I think, for me at least. Let me just have a look at the FPS counter here. If I could get that running, that is. Sometimes it doesn't want to run. Nope. Nope. It doesn't want to show up here either. Yeah, so I mean, I can show you the DLSS. So if you used DLSS with DLAA, that's supposed to be quite a good setting. Now you can, of course, choose you know, quality setup, and then frame generation. Then VSync doesn't work, obviously, and then now overall it does give you better FPS and it feels quite smooth. So I think this afternoon I had between 90 to 100 FPS. So outside it's all nice. The problem arises inside, where you can have some ghosting on these numbers. Anything that changes quickly, you can get ghosting. And for example, sometimes here, although that's not bad, that's not really lagging too much. But the problem I had this afternoon is that my sim froze completely at some point. So I'm not sure if it was DLSS related or not. So I just didn't want to risk it. Hence I was using TAA again, and it was all right. Not the best performance, but not too bad. So yeah. Otherwise, I say the sim looks nice.
Passengers bus is coming.
Love the colors. I love the fact that they have autumn now, right? So they have the autumn trees now. Although it's more like late summer, isn't it? It's not really autumn yet. February, no. Late summer. Cool. My dear moderators, thank you so much for all the help as always. And thank you so much for the support coming back in again. Thank you very much. I'm going to be back on Friday, and very likely we're going to do the 4-hour flight. I think it is from Nuuk to probably La Palma.
Passengers, the boarding starting.
To continue on that European tour. So if you're not sure what to do on Sunday, maybe you want to join that flight then as well. Cool, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for the support as always, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you much for watching, Alex. Take care. See you soon.